This Sunday on Capital Connection, a dire warning from the governor's Office of Management and Budget just how bad Illinois' finances could get if voters don't approve of the progressive income tax. Plus, a powerful state senator from downstate, Senator Andy Menard, joins us to talk about the rollout of the capital infrastructure bill and what he hopes could happen during the fall veto session.
Yeah, I support the concept. We're all waiting to see a bill. I think we're going to see that most likely either today or tomorrow.
And from the Department of Agriculture, Director John Sullivan, are there prospects or reason for optimism on the horizon with trade with China?
There are definitely. The Chinese have purchased some corn and soybeans and meat. That is a positive sign.
And joining us on our Reporters Roundtable, Sam Dunclaw from NPR Illinois and Jerry Nowicki from Capital News Illinois. It's all coming up on Capital Connection.
From the Illinois State Capitol, this is your Capital Connection.
Welcome to Capital Connection. I'm Mark Maxwell. Fiscal disaster and ruin on the horizon. That's the alarming warning from the governor's Office of Management and Budget. The GOMB predicts that in 5 years, if voters do not approve Governor Pritzker's progressive income tax to raise about $3.5 billion in new taxes more every year, without that money, the state's unpaid bill backlog could reach as high as $19 billion.
So it's mind-boggling to think about a bill backlog that's sitting at over $19 billion. But this has already had a tremendous impact on the state of Illinois. We have seen senior service providers all over the state shut down.
Governor Pritzker says that number is one of many reasons why he wants voters to approve of his progressive income tax. And veto session starts this week. Lawmakers return to Springfield for 2 weeks at the end of October and into November. One thing on the agenda, vaping regulations, flavored oils and e-cigs could be on the chopping block in Illinois. A bunch of convenience shop owners and vaping shop owners came to Springfield this week to try and get out in front of those regulations, arguing it would hurt their business.
I think there's some definite room for regulation there. To me, that's a very sensible approach.
And when lawmakers return to Springfield, they'll come under a cloud of this increasing scrutiny from federal investigators, the FBI, looking into Senator Martin Sandoval's activities. Was he trying to enrich himself or abuse the power of his office? That's one of the questions at the core of an investigation from our partners at WGN, who this week looked into State Senator Martin Sandoval's side hustle with local governments near Chicago.
An unredacted copy of the search warrant obtained by WGN Investigates shows the FBI has interest in Sandoval's consulting firm called Puentes Inc.
I'm about people, and that's how I got here, and that's how I'm going to leave.
WGN Investigates has found Sandoval's business worked with 3 local government agencies in recent years, all in the shadow of Chicago. One of them, Cicero, is located in the Democrats' district. In all, the taxpayer-funded agencies paid Puentes $735,000 since 2008. Cicero paid the most, more than $550,000.
That was Ben Bradley reporting with WGN and WGN Investigates. We've got much more coming up. When we return, we sit down with one of the most powerful state senators in Illinois from downstate who traveled the state with Senator Martin Sandoval. That's Andy Menard. He was promoting the Capitol bill. Did he see anything suspicious during his travels with Senator Sandoval? We ask him next.
There is no acceptance in any way whatsoever. In fact, a full-throated rejection by my administration, by this IDOT, of any of the deception, of the corruption that has been uncovered and that may yet to be uncovered.